What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. Another video coming in for you today. Before I go into that, don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the share button because we're about to share some knowledge to our people. Now, if you remember, Malcolm X said that black people are nothing but political footballs. And it's just two sides just kicking us around, whatever fits their narrative and whatever works out best for them to get votes. It ain't about fixing the communities. It ain't about we have families. It ain't about none of that. It's you people do what we say, when we say it, how we say it. And so I'm sharing this article from Fox News because I want to expose the broad spectrum that Malcolm X was talking about that I believe we currently living in today. Fox News shares this article. CNN's Brian Stelter addresses Nicki Minaj's vaccine tweet, and he avoids the back and forth between Reid. And I'm going to show you how all this plays together. See, Fox News couldn't wait to jump on this article, one, because it's somebody who's generally on the left, Nicki Minaj, coming out with a conservative talking point. And I don't even want to just talk about Fox News right there. I want to talk about not all. Shout out Jesse Lee Peterson. But most of these black conservatives who act like we really can't listen to rap music or we didn't grow up in urban environments. When I think of conservative, I think I'm taking care of my family, making my own money, having my own guns, minding my own damn business. I don't think of Democrat. I don't think of Republican. I don't think of politics. I think of my grandpa and how he raised our family and how I was taught to take care of my family. But when they want us as black individuals, think keyword individuals, because I'm an individual, you're an individual. What we do, the way we take care of our family shouldn't be the same. They want us as black individuals to only view ourselves as Democrats or Republicans. And they want, when you hear the word conservative, you tie yourself to the Republican group. And they want, when you hear liberal, you tie yourself to the Democrat group. Once again, black people ain't supposed to think for themselves. So Nicki Minaj comes out and she tweets that her cousin has some testicular issues due to the vax or whatever. You know what I mean? And Reid couldn't wait to jump up and defend her white daddy because that's who pays her is white daddy. So she got to toe that line. And Fox was like, oh, this is what we want. You know, we got a leftist artist and a left celebrity host publicly going back and forth. Let's put this on our network. No different than when you had Kim Klacik and Candace Owens going back and forth. It looked good for the liberal side. And Brian Stelter, I wonder how he still has a job at ESPN, because we all know what he got caught doing on that Zoom call earlier this year. So the question needs to be, what leverage or what does Brian Stelter know about CNN that we don't know? Because in the world of protect women and men are trash, this guy was touching himself on a Zoom call and he's still employed. So I guess that goes about that white male privilege I talk about. Except he is a liberal, right? So the hypocrisy is well, but once again, black people, we always toss aside and they really play games with it. So back onto the article though, right? So Stelter, of course, is going to speak up because he has to protect his side. And because he had this perverted issue going on, he's stepping up to protect Reid, you know, to protect the vaccine side. And nobody is paying attention to the people on the bandwagon. Like I seen, I've never met Joe Collins personally, but shout out Joe Collins. We're gonna end up rapping real soon. But he has said, since conservatives are supporting rappers now, let me list my top 5 rappers. And I had seen other conservatives saying he was trash and he was lame. It was like, this is exactly what we talk about. There's no different than trying to be a black conservative than it is to be a liberal. A liberal, you got to think one way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, agree on every talking point, or they hate you. And what I see from black Republicans, if that's what they call themselves, or whatever it is now, you're never supposed to listen to rap music. You don't curse. You don't know anybody that lives in the hood. You don't go in the hood. You think you're, I don't even want to say is think you better than people, because I've been to a Blexit rally. I went to the one in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and the environment was cool. Like I didn't feel overly uncomfortable. At the same time, my brain was thinking, if this is really about black people, why this isn't in Nashville, Tennessee, or Memphis, Tennessee? Why isn't it in Chattanooga? If this is really about reaching black people. So there's just little things that I saw within that time of being around Blexit members. But I also don't think their lane is to deal with the inner city. So they have to pick and choose what topics they can talk about. So while most black Republicans are, rap music is the trash, and it's the reason our community and our culture sucks. The reason that when a rapper says something halfway conservative that they jump to it is because they've never been able to hang with people like that. And that's just being honest. Like, my brother didn't hang out with the rappers or with the shooters or with the drug dealers. I did. So my perspective on people like that versus my little brother's perspective is two totally different things. I have a lot of friends that are in jail for murder. I have a lot of friends that have been murdered. My little brother was in the house watching Dragon Ball Z and playing Pokemon. So because we lived in the same environment but had two different friend groups, our outlook over how these people are and how they conduct themselves is different. So what I notice about most of the people in Blexit is they have an external view on black people in the inner city, which is why they make the talking points that they do and judge us the way they do. But when Nicki Minaj says something that came out that was considered conservative, I guess, which is she's not really with the vax, you saw the bandwagon of people jump behind her. And I don't like that. It ain't my job to care what people do, but I personally think we need to all be more comfortable in our own thoughts, our own opinions, and stop looking for a group, whether it's on the left or the right, to validate us and make us feel better about ourselves. If you want to go get that vaccine, get it. I'm not putting it in my body. No way, no how. No, sorry, Bob, that's not my job. But I'm not about to beef with you. I'm not about to debate with you. I don't give a damn what you do with your body, because I'm an individual just as you are. But I like to pay attention to how these news sources, whether it's the CNN or the Fox News, the minute a black athlete, celebrity, rapper, entertainer does anything, they try to put you in a box. As you can see with this Nicki Minaj stuff. You got a bunch of articles doxing her, or you just say reporters were leaking out her public information. And then if you go look at the articles now, it's saying she was attacking the reporters. See, the thing, and I keep going back to Malcolm X, because the media loves black women until Nicki Minaj spoke up. Then they saying, shut up. The media loves black men when they crying about oppression. But when you say you're not oppressed and you can stand on your own 2 feet, shut up. The media lynches us publicly now. I don't need to hang you from a tree. And Malcolm X, once again, told you the media is the most dangerous thing in America. And then it's playing out in front of us. Because if Nicki Minaj, which I believe she has been invited to the White House, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that she will end up endorsing the vaccine, probably get the damn shot on TV. Wouldn't doubt it. And then this whole thing is going to flip on its head. And the conservatives that love Nicki are once going to talk trash about her. The Joy Reids of the world are going to go back and say, oh my God, Anaconda was my favorite album, right? And once again, we just kick back and forth like a football. So if any issue, and which there's a lot of them, starts to wake up to the hypocrisy of the media and realize, hey, they really don't care about us as individual black people. And if we want to better our life, it's up to us on our own. Me, mama, daddy, aunties, cousin, we got to get together and pull this money together. In the same way we all can plan to throw a party or plan to take a trip, let's plan to put some money together and put in the stock market. Let's plan about 3 or 4 houses on this block. Let's plan about an apartment complex, live in 4 of them, rent out the rest, and then profit the money, put it in the stock market, and then invest that into something else. See, we not ignorant people. We only ignorant when they put us in groups. When they can say, oh, these are just the blacks. that's when the ignorance is going to show, because we all know the loudest people are the most, they the ones who want to be loud. The intellectuals, the thinkers, the doers, they sitting back watching. They observing. They saying, oh, we okay, that's how that go. Oh. Nobody takes losses when you really are a talented individual. You just, everything's a lesson. But when they put us in a group of black people that y'all been taking losses for 400 years, I got to argue that, because if we've been taking L's, we're not still standing here today. Unless I'm wrong. I think we've been taking L's this whole time, then genocide is already, you know, fully conquered. But from what I can see, we're still standing, we're still breathing. We got our brains, we got our souls, and we got the chance to flip this around. But in order for us as black individuals, once again, to navigate this system, is we got to stop letting somebody kick us around like a football. We control where we vote. We control where we go. We control what stories we care about. And until we control our own narrative, we will always be a political football for the liberals and the conservatives, the Democrats, the Republicans, whatever you want to call them. Like Michael Jackson said, all I really want to say is they don't really care about us. So leave me a comment and let me know if you think I'm accurate. If you think Nicki Minaj will eventually be taking the vaccine on TV, let me know in the comments. If you think no, there's no way, no how, let me know as well. But my personal opinion is, after this whole White House debacle, if they invite her, if she talks on the phone, there'll probably be a photo op with Anthony Fauci. I just can't trust any of these people. It's too much money involved. There's too many behind the scenes politics involved. Nicki Minaj, her husband, if I'm not mistaken, has a case, is about to go to jail. Who knows if they throw him a deal? This just could all get tricky. But all I say is, people, take care of yourself and understand that we are really a political football in this United States of America. And the only way for us to take back our power is to plant our feet in something solid, on some principles. And we don't move regardless of what side says anything until we get what we need met, and our communities get better, and our overall, you know, morality starts to change. But that starts with the way we individually think. You can't expect anybody to treat you better than you treat yourself, you know? So with that being said, spread love, spread positive vibes. Don't forget to watch my other videos. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, YouTube, we are